my life took a very drastic turn.
Hi guys, I'm here to talk about the new show Quantico, and the episode name is Run. And I find it funny that a lot of shows, their first pilot, they will just leave it name as pilot. And what's cool about this show is the last sentence of the show was the name of the pilot, Run. What I noticed in the preview, I was like, I am all in. It's intriguing. Something going on. You gotta watch everything. And lo and behold, when I saw the episode, I was like, you gotta watch everything, because everything might not make sense right now, but you gotta lock it up in here, which I got a bad memory, and remember about it later. So there was two timelines going on. The one where it's present day, and then the one 9 months prior when they went to Quantico for the academy. So I'm going to talk about what happened in present day. So we see the explosion at Grand Central Station, and there's nothing around, just her. It looked like they just dropped her down right after the explosion, because no rocks or nothing over her. She don't look bruised, and then her hand sticking up like that. It's just a little weird. I was like, plan it. The FBI get there, and then she identifies herself as an FBI agent. They take her back to the command, and then they ask her about Quantico, because they got a tip that somebody in her class was a terrorist before they even got there, and so now they're trying to figure it out. But what's funny is her picture was up there, so it made it like, oh, she's a suspect too. So she goes through everything, and as she's talking, which I was wondering, I was like, why do they care about that? I mean, like, everything that happened in the class, but you try to explain, like, need to just point out, like, tell them stuff, just to make sure that they get everything, because it might be something that pinpoint. One of the FBI agents came in and gave him a piece of paper. He tried to throw it in the trash. It was on the floor. It is a sticky note. It was balled up like this. She looks at it, and it opens like a flower. I was like, you're right. I know it's TV, but you're right. And it said, keep stalling. So they were stalling for her. The person that was basically interrogating her on the low was talking to her commander, which is, I think his name is O'Connor. Yeah. He was telling her to just keep pushing, keep getting the information out of her, and then she pretty much confirmed, like, what is this? Like, are you thinking I'm a suspect? And then they say, yeah, because I forgot the reasons, but they say yeah. So they go to her apartment. So I guess they were waiting to buy time to get in her apartment. Explosives are in her apartment. Blueprints of the Grand Central Station is in her apartment. Really? I mean, I think she has common sense not to have all that. Because in the beginning, we already saw she reads people. I don't know if she right or whatever. But I feel like that is like dummy 101, not to leave that stuff in your apartment. Just spread it out. And then also, one of her agents that she trained with, Ryan, was on her floor shot. I don't know if he was dead or not, because they didn't say. But he was shot. They arrest her. She gets in the van. Well, first, let me back that up. O'Connor, she tries to plead with him to tell her that she wasn't the terrorist, and he didn't want to hear it. She gets in the van, and we see another one of her superiors, Miranda, is driving the truck and tells her, basically, I'm going to help you get away, because once you get in jail, you can't plead your case, or you can't find out who really framed you, because she knows she's innocent. So on the way, they find out that somebody else is driving the truck. They try to bring the truck down. The truck swerves. She gets out. She gives her a jacket, an FBI jacket, and a hat. She was going this way. Everybody coming that way. Don't nobody stop her. That was so weird. You should be going in a direction so you don't draw attention to yourself. It's so weird you're going in the opposite direction. It's fine. Let's move on to the cadets. So when we see all of them, it's crazy, because some people are doing weird stuff and some people are not. Let me go through. Ryan. We see Ryan on the airplane, and then he meets Alex. We didn't know who Alex's name was the whole time until she gets to the academy. They meet up. There's an attraction there. She says she's a doctor. I don't know if she was a doctor or what. Maybe I don't know how true that is. They end up having sex. She reads him like a book. I don't know how true all that stuff was. or anything, but she read them. And because he was like, let me get your number. So I'm like, no, boo. We just had said, keep it pushing. Then we see that he used to be in the military. He used to be in the Marines. And we don't really know too much about him. But we realized that old Connor had him going to cover. But I don't think he knew who Alex was before he found out who she was. Because when they got to Quantico, they looked at each other like, what? Y'all both here. But I kind of want him to make sure, see what's going on with her. Alex was hiding something the whole time, and we found out that her dad was an FBI agent. And we didn't realize that until she revealed it to O'Connor, because basically one of their first assignment was they all had to get each other file, and FBI had taken out something from the file, and they had to figure it out. And if they didn't in 24 hours, they would have to leave. So Ryan had Alex's file, and then they had him hitched to a lie detector test or whatever. And Alex lied and said that her mom shot her dad, but really she shot her dad. But she did come clean with O'Connor. I think Ryan knew, but O'Connor just stopped him from that. I don't know what's going on with that. But she asked Connor to find out what's going on with her dad. So hopefully he will. And they had an altercation or something, a fallout or something. But we haven't found that out yet. So it keeps going back and forth like this. Shelby is a girl who's from Georgia. She's a great shooter. She was interviewed by Simon. But she's from Georgia. She's a great shooter. She had a piece of metal in her hand. We found out that it's from the plane that her parents had died when she was 16. And she has a crush on Caleb, or she just likes to look at his body. Simon was weird because when he first went off to the academy, he had this guy meet him. Then he kissed him and took a picture of it. So I don't know if he was friends with him or he just had him meet him and he just had to kiss him. It was weird. Anyway, he takes the picture and put it on his desk. Then we find out by Nima. Nima is a girl who interviewed him and found out that he's a virgin and he's a conservative Jew who lived in Gaza to live with the Palestinians. And he's an accountant. Well, he's a little awkward, but I feel like he likes Nima. But he's gay. So I didn't know if he's being gay was a lie as well, but we'll see. And then you have Eric. Eric was interviewed by Caleb. Caleb is fine on the eyes, but he can't do anything. Like, he can't lift push-ups, which is funny because how you have that body, but you don't have any upper body strength. I found that was weird and yet funny. But he can't shoot, he can't do anything. We found out that his parents, both his parents are ages, and then they pulled some strings to get him in. So he was trying to figure out Eric. Eric was trying to get his file, which that was against the rule. Like, Eric was nervous and everything else. It was weird. Caleb was talking crap the whole time, like, wait till I find all this information, I'm going to reveal it, all this other stuff. One part, when they go to practice shooting at the range, they have fake guns with the red handle. But when they get a real gun, they have to put their fake gun in and get a gun and then they have to return it. Eric kept his gun. I don't know why Eric kept his gun, or how could he possibly. I mean, the people who take guns, they don't take an inventory or what guns in and out, and then like, oh, this little plastic gun still here. Somebody got a real gun. Anyway, Caleb tormented him. They get in the room. Eric shoots the lady who does the lie detector, and then put his gun on Caleb. Caleb over here cringing or whatever, acting like a punk, which I would probably be too. Was like, I don't have anything on you. I just said that because I needed to do good on this test, so they sent me home. First of all, why would you volunteer yourself if you don't have any information? I would be making sure I'm the last one. Eric kills himself, and then we find out that he slept with a 14-year-old girl in Malaya. I think that's what it was. And she got pregnant, and it's totally legal to have abortion over there. He went and got her to get an abortion, and she died. So he didn't want that to get out. That is what he didn't want to get out. And he shot himself. What? Caleb got kicked out, I guess because he was just sucky, and then he did that. He escalated it. Nema. Simon, like I said, I think Simon likes her, or he just want to be friends with her. But he noticed, because she, I think Muslim. So she has, has a thingy, scarf or whatever over her head. I forgot what it's called. Please forgive me. And pins it up different sides. So he thought she was Andrew Dexter. And then we see it's two of them. And one of them said, Miranda said, your turn. Miranda is the head person. So she knows that two people there. So I'm just wondering, did she do that to confuse them or also be like a test to see? I don't know. It was 7 people, now it's 6. I'm really thinking it's Shelby or Ryan that is the terrorist. Because Nema, I mean, that would be obvious and stereotypical. Caleb is gone. Eric is dead, of course. Simon, he was in Palestine, which that could be kind of obvious too. And then Alex is accused. So I'm thinking Shelby, like Southern girl, Georgia, all American, woo. And Ryan, you know, he's military, don't nobody know. And then he probably set her up. So I'm just wondering, because I'm pretty sure she's going to be like, when I left Ryan in the house, he was not dead or nobody stuff. So I can't wait to next week. So let me know what you think about this show. It is interesting, isn't it? I hope it's not like very anticlimactic later, but it is good so far. So follow me on Instagram and Twitter at ReallyMadalyn, and post comments and subscribe and let me know what you think. I'll see you next week. Bye.
But my life took a very drastic